This movie is one of the most unique films I have seen, if not this year, in a long time. Sorry to Bother You. Sorry to Bother You follows the life of this African American named Cassius Green as he works as a telemarketer. Now, if you're already wondering his name, Cassius Green, then yes, his name throughout the entire film is a metaphor. And that fact alone will tell you so much about this movie. As he works for this telemarketing agency, he kind of struggles with this balance of selling out and joining this company called Worry Free, where they literally provide everything for you as long as you become a slave to the workplace. And I mean a literal slave. Or does he stand up for what he believes in, but risk not being able to pay his mortgage or support his family? So after laying out the plot like that, it sounds like a pretty straightforward movie. But it isn't. This movie takes so many turns, and by the third act, you're gonna be asking, what am I watching? Me personally, I enjoyed it. It was a fun time. I think all the actors in this movie were incredible, and the message that they were trying to portray, for the most part, was very successful. It touches on a lot of issues, specifically capitalism, politics, minorities in the workplace. There's a part from the trailer when he's learning to be a better telemarketer, and a senior who has been working there for a long time teaches him to use his white voice. It's this voice, played by David Cross, which essentially sounds like a white person. And the movie really kind of sticks with that idea that in order to succeed, you need to become someone that isn't yourself. And unfortunately, in the workplace, often that's a white person. And the analogies don't stop there. There are dozens of times where you'll see a sign or article of clothing that someone's wearing, and it's referencing another metaphor within this movie. Some of them are kind of obvious, some you'll get, but I'll be honest, there were a lot of things that went over my head. This movie reminds me a lot of the movie Get Out. It's this movie where you're watching it, you understand the plot, you get what's going on, and then you go home and look on the internet, and then you find out you missed the entire movie. There are little details within this movie that when you learn that fact, it changes the entire film. I think the difference with this movie is if you are not understanding all the metaphors, that's really going to determine whether or not you like this. Now, like I said, for me, I still enjoyed it. For the most part, I got it. But there were definitely a lot of things where I had to go home and just kind of find out, what did I want? It's definitely not a film for everyone. Now, I would even say it's not one you need to see in theaters necessarily, and this could probably be one you just wait for on DVD. It's very artistic, it's very colorful, and it's going to take a special personality to appreciate what this film is trying to do. That being said, for the most part, it seems like people really enjoy this movie, and I can see why. I just think you need to be fully aware of what you're getting yourself into by watching this, because it is very bold, and it is trying to say so many things. And it's one of those movies where if you agree with what it's saying, you will probably love it. But other than that, it's a good movie. I enjoyed it. I had fun. I laughed out loud, and it really forced me to think critically throughout this entire movie. So what did you think? Have you seen this movie? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? What did you think about that ending? Because it was pretty messed up if you ask me. Comment below, and please subscribe if you'd like to see more movie reviews like this.